The first take today is submitted by at the Unreally FC _Brandon, who says John Cena's heel run is dull and predictable. I mean, I'll say this right out of the gates here. Both of these Cody Rhodes programs to me have massively under-delivered. Both of them have kind of felt like not major feuds outside of the fact that it's now a heel John Cena. Something about them isn't really clicking for me, so I agree in that regard. But the part which I disagree with is I think it would have been even more boring and even more predictable if he was a babyface during this. But Anthony, I'm going to go to you first. What is your opinion on this take?
Honestly, the Cena heel turn, I was on the post show after it. And the question was, I think you've phrased, Ben, at the time, was this as big as the Hogan turn at Bash at the Beach in '96? And I said no. And I stand by that. And that's pretty much aged well. The Cena heel turn, to me, I don't know if there was stuff behind the scenes for that. I don't know if this was the Rock thing, because they allegedly, not to get into dirt sheets, but allegedly wanted Cody to turn or whatever, and Cena was like the backup plan. This was kind of half-baked, the entire run. The entire run has not been good. And I know a lot of people are like, well, the fans, longtime fans always wanted Cena as the heel. So it's kind of like the check in the box, like the Punk match and the Orton match. And in some ways you could say that. I think the positive can come out of this, the salvageable way out of this, because I think he could have a monster run as a heel if they do the double turn this weekend. They do the WrestleMania 13, Cena becomes a babyface, and Cody becomes the monster heel that we know he can be, the Homelander that we're all anticipating at some point. I think that's the only thing that salvages this. Cena was never going to leave with the belt. He was never going to leave with the history. And I really didn't think they would want Cena to go out as the heel either. They want the rah-rah Cena. I mean, they've been selling his merch for every city for this whole thing, which doesn't fit in the whole heel category anyway. The run has not been good. The Travis Scott stuff has been a disaster. I've been on record. I hated the finish at 41. So yeah, let's end this heel disaster as soon as possible. This has got the Death Riders of AEW written over it, where it's just not a good story. Just end it. Let's move on. It's just bad. It's not good. It was never going to be long lasting anyway, because Cena only had a short number of dates. So how much of a heel run is it really going to be?
So, I'm going to be honest with you. I think this is a bigger disaster if they end it quickly. If this weekend they give it to Cody and start turning John Cena face, it has been a complete failure. If this is going to be convincing, if this is going to be worthwhile, you have to run down the clock. You have to take this until December 31st or whenever the actual last date is, right? It's got to go down to the wire.
You could, and that's what I originally thought they were going to do the double turn. But at this point now, it looks more like they'll do the double turn early just to get it over with. I don't know.
Think they're doing a turn.
I think they are.
I have to wholeheartedly disagree with you there, okay, Anthony. I think people haven't been listening. John Cena's press conference, he sat there and he said, "I'm going to ruin wrestling. You get nothing." When John Cena was a face, he gave the fans everything he had every single time. Right now, you get nothing. You don't get a new song. You don't get new stuff. Them selling merch, the Judgment Day as heels were some of the biggest merch sellers of the time. So you can't look at it that way. I think Cena beats. I think this is the start of Homelander Cody coming, but I think Cena beats Cody again. It's going to be just it's not going to be your quintessential entertaining John Cena match. None of them have been. And that's what a heel's supposed to do. A heel is supposed to make you hate his run. So I feel Cena's heel turn has been everything he told us it was going to be. And people are just mad that it is, because people still want Cena to run out to the ring and salute and throw the armbands and all that stuff. And he's given us none of it. He is being a true 180 of himself. So I think Cena's definitely either he loses it in Boston or he walks away with it in Boston. But Cena's holding the title till December.
It has to do that, in my opinion. I completely agree. Fernando says the heel turn was flat to him. Wow, I loved the heel turn itself. I thought it was done well. Just WrestleMania, you mentioned it, Anthony. Travis Scott. That was where this thing kind of hit a road bump, and it was a big one.
The whole Rock thing and the Travis Scott thing was a disaster from day one. The Rock wasn't sticking around for this thing. It went nowhere. There's no proof. What did he sell out for? What did he sell his soul out for? Rock's not even there. It does. None of it makes any sense. What did he sell out for?
History.
For the 17th title that he was going to get anyway? What's the difference? It doesn't make any sense.
He got it early. I mean, old Cena would have fought and won it.
But did he need to turn? He already won the number one contendership in the Elimination Chamber. Really didn't do anything. The Rock thing added zero to this. You could have had the heel run on his own. The Rock didn't add anything to it.
Look at Cena's run before that. Cena had lost to Solo. He was just
the only guy to lose to Solo.
He lost to Austin Theory.
That was a horrible match,
but it was still a loss. Like he was on a losing streak.
He lost. It is true. Where is Austin now?
What other reason to turn? He lost.
They could have justified it a lot better because, to your point, Ant, they've literally been telling this story. He was taking loss after loss. He needed a change. He just didn't need The Rock or Travis Scott.
Yeah,
just do it. A shock turn, and they should have done it in the WrestleMania main event as well. I think they should have done it. That big shock factor there.
The Rock part, I was okay with. The Rock trying to get Cody to sell his soul, and then
which also made no sense.
The throat slash. But that should have been it. Travis Scott shouldn't have been a part of it at all. I agree 1,000% with that. Travis Scott ruined that whole WrestleMania thing, the whole WrestleMania spot.
Yeah, he did. And the fact there was only one run in as well, it was just so dumb. Roundhead says The Rock should be ashamed of himself. The turn should not have involved The Rock. Being The Rock's champion is pointless. To be fair, Cena actually isn't The Rock's champion. And this was where I think a lot of us fans originally got confused. But we got confused because they didn't explain it. It's not like they explained it well and we still got confused. They just didn't explain it. But Cody was meant to be The Rock's champion. Cody said no. And that's when then Cena turned on him, and The Rock and Cena had clearly already been in cahoots about it. But Cena never actually sold his soul to The Rock.
He did. He was the guy.
No,
he turned.
He said he didn't in a promo. He said. Literally a month ago in a promo, he said he didn't sell his soul to The Rock.
So what was the turn for then?
Well, this is where it doesn't make sense, because what would have happened if Cody said yes?
Again, dumb.
I agree. That segment was in hindsight. It was, but I also do think it cannot end this Saturday, because Sunday, I should say.
I would let it go to the last match and then do the double turn. But if they want Cena as the face during the last, 5-6 appearances, whatever it is, then I could see them doing it at SummerSlam. If it's not in Boston, then it's this weekend.
I mean, there is also the question about whether or not the actual double turn would work, because we had Jimmy Corderos on the podcast on Friday, and both him and Donnie De Silva both said that they don't think it could really convincingly happen, because there are so many things which would need to be perfect for that to happen with the crowd, that they just don't think they'll be able to make that convincing.
You mean a New York crowd wouldn't turn on him? And a Boston crowd wouldn't turn on beating the chosen one?
I think they turn on Cody.
That's what I'm saying.
But I think they'll be tuned on Cody from the start, in which case, yeah.
So it won't be a problem in New York or Boston.
No, because they'd have to be cheering for Cody first for a double turn to be effective.
If I was going to fantasy book this, and if I was going to book this in a way that made it make sense, I would have Cena beat Cody this weekend. You start to see the degradation of Cody. It carries out Cody's fighting to get back, doing all the things. I wouldn't have Seth Rollins come and cash in this weekend on anyone. If that's a,
I don't think he can.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? I've heard people say it's a work. If it's a work, don't have it happen. And I would have Cody claw and work his way back, hard times, finish the story, whatever. In Boston, you have Cena retain one more time, and that's when Cody loses it. Cody loses it. Or I would do a Saturday night main event. And then
That's
you
where I
have
think it
Cody
is, isn't
win. Is it a Saturday? Okay, well, have
Yeah,
Cody win
apparently the last event's going to be a Saturday night's main event. Yeah.
have Cody win it. And then that's when you have Seth Rollins come in, cash in on Cody, and take him out. And that's how you get Homelander Cody, because he's done everything to get the title back in Boston, just like his dad was at MSG, wins it, loses it, and then we can get whatever we want from Cody.
That would be interesting. But what I'd actually, because you've just given me this idea now, based on what you were saying, that maybe they do all of that where he does lose, he does start to, beat himself up, but he eventually does earn that title shot against Cena in Boston at Saturday night's main event. But at that point, Cody wins it by turning heel. And that's when you do the turn. So you push it all the way to the last day. Can Cody save the company? Can Cody do all this? Well, it turns out Cody's going to turn heel to actually do it. That's what I actually would do. So near enough.
I think you absolutely do the heel turn, but I think you give Cody a stable, almost a King's Court type deal. I mean, he is a king of the ring and all that other stuff. That's when you bring in his buddies. That's when you bring in Ricky Saints and Ethan Page, and you bring in those people that he's tied to. And
you already have a top heel faction of singles guys.
Not on SmackDown.
I just feel like they're doing the same thing on both shows. It's, I think, too similar.
Okay, so the one on Raw has a crippled Seth who's not there.
Well, he'll be there by then.
Maybe not. Yeah. We don't know what his situation is.
I wouldn't overshadow it, because as soon as you do that, it would make that faction feel a lot less important. There are two factions with just tons of solo guys in them.
Yeah, but only one of them only one of them would have the world title at that point. We don't know if Seth's group's going to have the world title and what they're going to be doing.
I reckon they will. The second Rollins is cleared, he's cashing in that Money in the Bank briefcase. He's taking.
He's probably taking it off of Punk. That's probably who he's taking it off of. He ain't going for Cody.
That makes the most sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're saying Punk's beating Gunther this weekend?
I think that's a possibility.
Yeah. I
absolutely. I think that's why you made it the main event. I think you made it the main event because Punk's going to win.
Under over 2 weeks before Punk gets injured as champion this time.
No, that's only an AEW.
It was crazy. He was so cursed. Every time he got the belt, he'd just get injured. But Roundhead said they could do it if Seth is out long term. Plus, he could get another injury in the next year as well. I mean, let's not predict
that could be true for anybody.
After predicting an injury.
That could be true for anybody in wrestling.
Right.
Carmelo Hayes should retire, Cena says DCX Warlord. I'd like that one for sure.
I think he's going to do AJ. If he's going to get anybody, he's probably going to get AJ.
I'd love that. That'd be the perfect last match for AJ Styles